Alright, I think I just figured out how to make acorn butter, like peanut butter or almond butter, but using acorns. Acorns are different because they need to be leached, and because they oxidize extremely quickly. And when they oxidize, not only are they going rancid, but they turn black. Basically, they need to be leached, and you do that with water, usually heated water. And once the tannins are drawn out of it by the water baths, then you're left with a rather moist nut meal. Moist nut meal. And you need to rebag this because this one I sucked the air out of. And obviously it doesn't have a good seal. So the way that I found that I could make a nut butter that wasn't too runny because of the moisture, because if you try to dry out the boiled acorn meal, it turns really dark really quick, and doesn't feel or look appetizing. So I used a cheese press. Instead of drying it out in the open air where it would be exposed to oxygen, I put it in my cheese press, and as you can see, this is the liquid that came out of the bottom. It's totally like gross black, and so was the outside of the acorn cake that came out. All of these lines were just black on the cake, and I had to scrape them off before mixing in the salt and the honey. Hello, what are you doing, Dottie do? I'm making some acorn butter in here. Yeah, so the way that ensures that you have the least oxidized acorn meal is to boil your acorn meal. And another thing is, you don't want to crush it down any smaller than like this size of pieces, because if you try to grind it up into like flour or something before you've leached out the tannins, then is that the good spot? Oh yeah. Then the tannins will come out faster, but then you won't be able to separate the watery tannin layer from the acorn starches, basically, and so you'll end up pouring out a lot of your starches if you grind it up any further than this. You grind it down to that, then it leaches the tannins out the quickest, and the pieces settle the quickest, so that the tannin layer that's on the top you can pour off the quickest. Otherwise, you're going to be wasting a lot of time and a lot of the starches. If you grind it down anymore, you'll be wasting a lot of time trying to leach it if you don't grind it down this far. Like if you just put acorns into a boiling pot of water, you're going to have to boil it 10 times longer. So yeah, it's a perfect consistency. And after you boil it and get all the tannins out to where you like the flavor, it's tolerable, then you take it all out and you put it into a cheese press. And that cheese press is the key feature to help ensure that, especially in the wintertime, it's really hard to dry out the acorn meal, which is when you're going to be eating it. The acorn meal usually, because they fall in the fall. So yeah, this cheese press really turned out to be perfect for something else besides cheese, making little acorn pucks that dry out the acorns without exposing the inside acorns to oxygen, so they stay fresh while they're drying out, so that you have a lighter color, appealing, yeah, good stuff.